Gulavanaka, to Eduardo and my colleagues in the mental health area in San Francisco. Sorry I couldn't be with you. I'm here in sunny Suva instead, but I hope Lionel made it safely to San Francisco and can represent the particular interests of the mental health champions here in Fiji. Eduardo, you just asked me for a brief message. First of all, I'm wearing my green Buller shirt, at least the closest I have to the green ribbon, to represent my enthusiasm and interest for recovery in the mental health area. I've been in Fiji 6 years, and I guess I'd come to what might be considered like an idyllic tropical paradise, where one might think there is not going to be any issues with mental ill health. But unfortunately, like in many parts of the world, there's a growing burden of non-communicable diseases, of mental health of which is an important one. And in Fiji, like in other parts of the world, there's a substantial proportion of people who suffer from anxiety or depression or suicide ideation. It's not much different to where I come from in Australia. The climate may be different, but the challenges are the same. There are some things different here. I think one of the most exciting things from my point of view, and given my interest in mental health, is the passion of the people to help others. Lionel will be able to much more eloquently articulate to you what's been happening here, particularly amongst young people. But my experience in many areas is that there's a lot of willingness to help. So here we have a lot. It's a paradise, but we have a lot of mental health problems. But there's a significant interest among some people to try and make a difference. And I suppose as a former dean of the College of Medicine, Nursing and Health Science, and now acting vice chancellor, I'm very interested in what we might be able to do to help people who aren't achieving their potential, their maximum potential, because they've had some personal challenge, some mental health illness at some point in their life. And there are, as I said, there are many of those here in Fiji, and some fantastic people, some fantastic young people, and some fantastic, slightly older people, who if just given a little bit of support, can make a significant contribution in whatever, whether it's in their family or their village or the community or indeed the population here in Fiji. No doubt Lionel will talk more about what's been happening with the young people, the Youth Chance for Mental Health, in which he's been very closely involved, and which I can tell you there's some absolutely beautiful young people in that group who are committed to help other young people and make a difference. So it's been fantastic to have people with Eduardo's expertise here helping us to understand what we might be able to do in the process of recovery, perhaps in a more coordinated way. Because I've indicated there's mental ill health, and everybody knows that there's no health without mental health, and there are a number of people throughout the community who suffer from mental ill health, and that there's a good, strong willingness of people to help. But one of the challenges is working out how to do it in a coordinated way. I'm an enthusiastic dean who really likes to help people, disadvantaged people in the community, and clearly people with mental ill health is one such disadvantaged group. But I don't have the time I'd love to have to be able to work closely in the community with NGOs to make a real difference. So, like, if we have to rely on people who can come and share their ideas about how we may be able to work together and work with people who need help to make a real difference in terms of improving mental health in Fiji. There's strong resolve here at the government level to move forward. In the last few years, we've established a very dynamic, in a sense, Fiji Alliance for Mental Health, which is very committed to making a difference. Often these organisations have little or no resources, but other than, I guess, the resource of the human people who are involved and want to try and help others to make a difference. So to me, it's a rewarding area to be involved in. And I guess as both my wife Carol and myself have been very interested in helping people in the community and empowering people in the community, whether it's in the areas of safe motherhood or people with disability or people who have who have less than ideal mental health, let's put it that way, rather than a mental illness. And it's very rewarding. And the most rewarding part is that people respond in an incredibly positive way, and people are always willing to see what they can do to help others. So if I could just end by saying, I wish I could be there with you, Eduardo. I hope you get this message on time. I hope you have a fantastic conference, and I'm really looking forward to hearing from Lionel when he gets back about his involvement in this very important area of recovery and improving mental health in the community. So bye for now. Look forward to seeing you again soon.